What's good, YouTube? It's your boy DJ LiftOFF, and you don't want to miss this flight. Today, we're going to be going over 3 different beginner scratch patterns, which will either include a baby scratch, the scribble scratch, or both combined. Even though these are beginner scratch patterns, they are still meant to challenge you just a little bit, and they're also meant to help increase your hand speed ability. So if you do feel discouraged, just remember, like I always say, practice and practice and practice makes perfect, or really makes almost perfect. So with that said, let's hop right into it. All right, DJs, I'm going to start this off by showing you all the 3 different beginner scratch patterns. Then we're going to follow that up with learning how you can practice dropping your track on the 1, as well as how to practice your scratch patterns in general. So let's hop right into it. So as you can see in here, all I'm doing is pushing fast forward, fast back, then slow forward and slow back. Fast, slow. This will not only help with your baby scratch, but it'll also help with your ability to change speeds. Now let's move on to the second scratch pattern. So as you can see in here, all we have are 3 baby scratches at a moderate pace, and then we have a scribble scratch. And all a scribble scratch is 2 really quick baby scratches. So this is exactly what a baby scratch, this is exactly what a scribble scratch sounds like. If you're having trouble with the scribble scratch, I advise or recommend that you actually just use 2 fingers. If you usually use 3 or 4, dropping to a less amount of fingers definitely helps you move faster on the platter, or at least that's what works for me. Okay, so again, pattern number 2. Now we're going to move on to pattern 3, which is a combination of patterns 1 and 2. So for pattern 3, you have a fast baby scratch, a slow baby scratch, a fast baby scratch, and then you're going right into the scribble. Then you're going to follow that up with the same exact thing. Fast, slow, fast, scribble. So those are the 3 different scratch patterns. Each of these are made to not only, like I said, help your baby scratch and your scribble scratch, but to also increase your hand speed and your ability to change speeds quickly. So now I'm going to show you how you can practice dropping the scratch pattern on the 1, and then we're going to just do a continuous scratch pattern practice. So now you're just going to want to find a song that you want to use to practice with. If you're really a beginner, I recommend using a song that has a BPM of between 70 to 80 BPMs, right around that range. If you've been practicing scratching for a little bit, maybe something around 80 to 85, around that range, but definitely keep it slower in the beginning. And then as you start getting your hand speed down, you can slowly start speeding it up. So once you have your song, you're going to want to find a 1 where you want to practice, where you would actually be dropping the song if you were doing a mix or whatever may have you. And then each of these scratch patterns is just 1 bar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewind this back 1 bar. Again, this is the 1 where I'm dropping it. So I'm going to rewind this back 1 bar to about right here. And now I'm going to set my auto loop, and I'm setting my auto loop to 8 bars. That way it's going to hit the 1, it's going to go 4 more beats, and then it's going to just repeat. Okay, so this is exactly how you're going to practice dropping your song on the 1, starting off with the first scratch pattern.
Money getting fat, shoot. Bad bitch, money getting fat, shoot. Bad bitch, money getting fat, shoot.
So as you can see there, by setting that 2-bar or 8-beat auto loop, it'll just keep going over and over and over. And all you want to do is keep practicing your scratch pattern and keep dropping it right on that 1. Do not move on to scratch pattern number 2 or 3 until you're completely comfortable with number 1. So now I'll go ahead and show you 2 and 3. And like I said, definitely practice them slowly. You don't have to try to get through all of them super fast. Make sure you're perfecting each scratch pattern before you move on.
Fast car, bad bitch, money getting fat, shoot. 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 Fast car, bad bitch, money.
So once you're comfortable dropping your track on time, which is extremely important in scratching, you definitely don't want to be able to just be able to scratch and not be able to drop the track as well. So make sure you're practicing that. But like I said, once you're done with that, you can also emulate what I'm going to show you next to just continuously practice. And all I'm really going to do is let the song continuously play, and I'm going to practice each scratch pattern for 8 bars. So it'll look just like this.
Money getting fat, so bring it to my crib, I can show her all my tattoos. She don't need a doctor, how I'm blowing out a backwood. Damn, this shit a front and got me thinking this is my song. Hold on, wait, 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 hold on, wait.
All right, DJs, I hope you all enjoyed learning those 3 different beginner scratch patterns. If you did enjoy the video, please go ahead and leave a like, as well as hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you know the next time that I upload a video. And with that said, I'm up out of here. See y'all in the next one.